Welcome in this video about what Reddit is and why it is important in the geo context and optimization strategy. In this specific presentation, we are going to explain what Reddit is as a platform, why it is relevant nowadays, and how, in which ways, influence the geo context, so the strategy for optimizing your brand online. The first important topic that we are going to cover is what GEO is. GEO is an acronym that states for Generative Engine Optimization, and it's all about strengthening your presence on machine learning tools. If you think about, for example, someone that will use an AI tool such as ChatGPT to ask for something or to search for an information instead of Google or other ways, if you see this specific graph in this slide, it defines a very big change towards the direction of using an AI tool such as ChatGPT, meaning in few words that in a very short period of time, the number of users of ChatGPT grew rapidly. And this, of course, supports the theory and idea that in order to be present in the market and being competitive in the market, brands should always, nowadays, especially nowadays, understand how the context of AI works. And the geo analysis is all about. So it is focused on understanding how your brand could be better performing in the context of AI. The second important aspect is Reddit, why it is so important and influential. Reddit is a platform that is focused on promoting discussion and information sharing that has a very high level of authenticity, and also it is trustful. It is based on three important aspects. The first one are the subreddits, which are communities based on shared values and topics. And the users of these communities feel them safe in order to discuss and to tell their own opinion. And this is very important, which is also a very big difference compared to other social media platforms. The second element are the karmas, which can be compared to the likes of other social media platforms, but they play another role, a much more stronger role, defining that the approval from the community of your information will strengthen not just the information itself, but also the reputation of the brand. And the third element are the comments, which is the key metric for analyzing your performance, meaning that the more you comment or the more you react to the discussion under your posts, and the better will be the results on the platform itself. But why this platform is important in the geo context? Firstly, because machine learning tools read your posts, the information inside your post, for responding to the questions made by the users on the AI tools. And as a consequence, you increase the probability of being cited by the AI tools for the solutions of the users. Another important aspect is the reputation of the platform, which of being trustful. And as a consequence, it means that the information that you are sharing has a higher quality instead of others' platforms. And it's very important to be on Reddit for diversification, means to being not just on other social media or Google itself, but to have an additional value that will strengthen your positioning in the market. The last important aspect is to understand what is important to do and what is better to avoid. Firstly, it's important to be active, consistent contributor on the platform. It is also useful to choose the communities that align to your values and goals. That means about according to your products or services and also the values of your own company. It's essential to understand which are the communities that for your own brand are much more important and interesting. An additional aspect to consider is to cover different topics that are always aligned to your values and your goals. in order to reach much more people and have a higher visibility. The last important aspect is to use a personal tone of voice and to encourage conversation, which means the more engagement, the better the results. On the other hand, according to what is important to avoid, it's important to do not post the same content across multiple communities. So the platform itself, through its algorithm, but also the users of the communities will understand if you use a copy and paste strategy. And of course, this will ruin your strategy and your reputation on the platform. The last important aspect to avoid is to do not directly promote or sell your products. This is not a platform for selling, but it is a platform for discussing and for talking about your products. It's important to increase your own awareness and not your selling as a final goal. So thank you for your attention. And of course, if you have any kind of questions or doubts, just write them in the comments below.